Hi guys, and welcome back to JKT Radio on the Rocks, where all your bad jokes, and including myself, are just gonna go off the balcony.
Yes, they are.
Hi, I am Jason, your host, and I'm here with three of my co-hosts. We got Victoria,
Hello.
Kira,
I'm still dead.
Trevor.
I'm not a tree yet.
What?
I'm hoping that someday you could be a tree, and I just thought of something.
I will be a
No
tree.
tree zombies.
But not for another 80 years.
But I
give or
just
take.
thought of something. So last episode, Victoria was saying that you can't be put in the ground because that destroys the environment.
Well, it doesn't destroy it. Just the reason why is because there's actually in cemeteries, bodies are actually taking up space now.
Yeah.
So it is just more environmentally friendly and a little bit better for the space to be made into a tree.
Actually, on a
But
side...
what I was saying, we would have to dig him a hole to put him in for him to be a tree.
Yes, but I'm still being a tree.
You're part of
I'm
the
not taking up
environment.
as much space
Aha.
And you're
as a
adding
coffin
to, and
in
you're,
the
you're
ground.
creating oxygen as well.
That is
Exactly.
Yeah.
He'll finally be useful. Look at that.
Also, on a science standpoint, burying people is bad for the environment.
Yeah, there you go.
Because as a mortician, you're pumped so much full of chemicals and Botox and all that to keep your body looking fresh that you're a hindrance.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying. I don't give a fuck what anyone does with me when I'm dead. I'm dead.
You're being burned because I don't do zombies, including tree zombies.
And we're being made into trees.
No,
so.
no tree zombies.
No.
Okay,
Because apparently we'll turn into tree zombies.
We're not going to be tree zombies.
zombies.
We're being
Which
turned
I
into
don't
trees.
see how
he could be
or
the
why
tree
that
from
would
Harry
be a
Potter.
threat.
Tree zombies.
Okay, don't
The
put it
walking
like
willow
that.
is
Yeah.
not a human
God
being.
damn it. That's where the threat is. Although that would be
Tree
really
zombies.
cool. I want to be a whomping willow when I come back. Damn. That'd be
whomping.
wicked.
You're a whomping willow now.
Yeah, I'm walking right now.
Do you want me to flail all over the place? I can do that.
No,
You do that every
when
time we
he's
test
over
the
here.
mics.
Not me.
That is true.
All right,
I'm a lot
I'm-
more fragile.
I'm reeling
I
this
can throw
in.
something at you.
I'm reeling this in. This is going a little too far.
Yeah.
So, a lot of news, guys. A lot of news on my secret list that no
Okay.
one
That
can see.
nobody's allowed to see yet.
I have a secret list too, but Trevor can see mine. It makes no sense.
Yeah, like her writing, just no one can understand except for her. And
Hey,
it's really
it's
interesting.
actually just bullet form
Already,
notes.
Jason, come on topic here.
All right, so Comic-Con happened this week, and a lot of Marvel news came out. I wanted to actually talk about, and we're eight episodes in, and Kira and Trevor have not fully learned that if you laugh and talk into the microphones quietly, they can still hear you.
Oh, we have. We just don't care.
Yeah, but see, since you're the only one talking, you can just cut the three of us out, and there you go.
That is true.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, actually, that's not true because you can still hear it through mine. A little bit.
Well, we can't help you there.
Anyways, so Marvel announced a bunch of movies that I wanted to get to.
I actually read about these the other day.
So yeah, the one I'm excited for is Thor: Love and Thunder.
I just like Thor.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Love and Thunder?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
sounds like such a satirical movie title.
It sounds
That's
like
why-
sex to me.
That's why I'm excited for it because it sounds so wacky, and it's with the director from Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
and
gonna
I
be
mean,
awesome.
all the other, at least Ragnarok was more funny than serious anyway. So
Yeah,
this is gonna be good.
Marvel
Yeah.
is more funny than serious.
No, I know,
Marvel.
but I feel like with at least
I see what he's
Thor, they definitely took a more comedic turn than all of the other, than
Yeah.
a majority of the other ones at
saying.
least.
It's because Thor is such a wacky idea that you have to do it in a very satirical way.
Thor
and I
is
mean-
a wacky idea? How?
He is
He's
a
a
thunder god.
horrible
He's a god.
understatement.
So he's already got that mentality.
Yeah.
So put that god aspect into a movie, and it's
I
awesome.
mean, it's based on actual mythology.
Yes,
no,
it is.
no, no, it is
no,
not.
no,
No,
no, it's
He's
no.
not from Nordic mythology.
He is. He's a terrible, 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 terrible B-grade ripoff of the real Thor.
Yeah, no, but it's not supposed to
No,
be a
I'm not
ripoff.
saying exactly. I'm saying the Thor character.
Okay, but she doesn't know anything about the actual Thor character in the comics, so I feel like she
No,
shouldn't
I
be
know
allowed to
Norse
say that.
mythology.
Yeah, but you haven't
Where
read a
is-
Thor comic,
Where
so you
is
can't
Thor
say that.
riding his chariot of goats, and then I'll be happy. Give me that.
It's not supposed to be a direct copy of it, though. Like it's their interpretation of the character.
That would have been so good, though. Would you not pay to see Thor in a chariot of goats?
But it wouldn't make sense.
It would be funny. But I mean, they have.
So wait,
they have
wait,
Odin and
wait.
his horse.
They haven't given him his horse yet. Who, by the way, is Loki's son.
No, but Kira.
Yes, I know.
Listen
that.
to me, Kira. Listen to me.
Yeah, I know.
Listen
that's
to
a
me.
whole.
Imagine Captain
up
America
situation there.
beside that. It would not go well.
Fantastic. What you talking
No, it
about?
wouldn't.
It would be so
How
stupid.
I
does it
mean-
go well.
Because you wouldn't be able to take anything seriously.
But I mean, like this
It's
isn't
Marvel
really.
anyways.
This isn't really
Yeah, they're
like
still
supposed
supposed to
to
take
be
some serious.
purely based on the like Nordic version of Thor.
No.
It's like
It's lightly based.
It's Marvel's version
Yeah.
of Thor.
It's Marvel's
Yeah.
interpretation. yes.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
like it's not going to be everything by the book as it is in Norse mythology.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's just
If
like
you want
God
that
of
type
War.
of movie, go bitch to the people who made Clash of Titans.
That was a bad movie, too.
It was a bad movie. That was
Did
all sorts of bad.
did you watch the whole movie here? Like
Yeah, I've
just
seen
like
both.
Also,
I've seen
which
both
one?
Of them.
There's two.
So
Yeah, there's a Clash
I
of the Titans and Clash of something.
I think it's
So
also
back-
called that.
Okay.
back on track.
Anyways, yes, back on track. I'm
I
sorry.
do have a problem with this movie though.
Oh.
I don't like Natalie Portman in this universe. I really don't like her.
Why?
Oh, is she back?
Yeah, she is going to be Thor in the movie.
Who was she originally?
No,
oh,
she can't be
right.
Thor. How
Yeah,
the fuck is
she
she
can.
Thor?
Thor
Um,
has a female
She would
version.
cut.
Ah.
Oh, balls.
I wanted
yeah,
to bring
that's
this up
true.
too. I wanted to bring this up
What?
Okay.
because there is a. I don't want to call her female Thor because she's a whole other character.
Okay.
But it's where in the comics she has cancer and Thor is banned. He's banned. Like
Yeah.
he is unworthy, and he doesn't even have a hammer. He literally has an axe and a goat. Fuck.
I win.
There's his goat.
I win.
So
I win.
so yeah, and he has this goat, right? And he's pretty much just trying to find his way back to Asgard to help them because he knows that they're pretty much fucked.
Yep.
And before he was banished out, he went to go see Jan Foster because
Jane,
Jane
Foster?
Foster.
Jan Foster.
Jan?
Jane.
Yeah.
They changed her name in the movies?
It's Jane.
It's Jane.
It's
Yeah,
spelled.
like, what are you
it's
talking about?
Jane, but it's Jane.
It's Jane.
It's not like Jan from The Office.
So
Settle
yeah.
down.
So she went to go see Jane Foster,
Yes.
and he asked her if she wanted to be a part of the Council of Realms, which is pretty much just a council that oversees realms.
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And she said yes. And then when Thor became unworthy, she got cancer, and she became Thor at the same time. And every time she wields the hammer, all of her cancer treatment goes away. So she starts from zero treatment, but her
Oh, my
cancer is
God.
progressing. So it's a really good story.
Yeah.
But like, she's not supposed to be permanent. Like, she's not a permanent character. She's
Well, I
pretty
mean,
much.
if she has cancer, then eventually,
She
unfortunately,
will
we'd
die.
know what the outcome is.
It's pretty like this story is pretty much just character building for Thor because Thor like has to like figure out how to be a hero without being Thor.
Yeah.
So it's a really awesome story.
All right.
I'm getting annoyed because everyone keeps calling her female Thor, and it's worthy Thor. I really don't like.
Worthy Thor?
Yeah.
All right.
Which you'd think would be more empowering.
Yes.
It's worthy Thor.
Yeah.
Yes. And I see a lot of people are really pissed off about this.
And can we just address the fact that people with a lisp will love calling it worthy Thor?
Worthy Thor.
Worthy Thor.
I want Mike Tyson to like do like the trailer for this. And in Worthy Thor, starring Natalie Portman.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yo, we better shut up because Mike Tyson has a podcast, and I saw one episode he like fought someone, so like I don't want any problems.
I do
hell
know
no.
that now I've got my goat and my axe. I just
there you
need.
go.
I just
There
need
you
the
go.
horse.
Dude, it's such a good story. You have
Horse
to
is
watch
there.
it.
It's in the first. It's in the first episode. First movie.
The eight-legged horse.
Yeah.
First season, episode
I don't
movie.
think he is.
He is.
Is he?
Yep.
I
Gotta
don't
go
think
watch
so.
the first.
It's very brief, but it's there.
See, but he's not there.
He's there though. but
Okay,
he's not,
going on.
He's not there, but he's
Going
there.
on.
Such
Going
a good
on.
character.
Moving on.
The next movie I was excited for is the new Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah, that looks interesting too.
It's gonna be the first Marvel horror movie. It's gonna star Nightmare.
Oh.
Do you guys know who Nightmare is?
No, I do
I
Didn't-
saw
they didn't-
a Facebook post about him. He's like a demon that like feeds on humans' fears or something while they're
Yeah.
sleeping.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think isn't Nightmare one of the few that Doctor Strange had a cartoon movie for and it was actually okay.
Was it?
I think that was
Oh,
Nightmare.
all right.
It may have been. I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of the cartoons, but
Yeah, like reading the description of the villain, just like that actually sounds kind of terrifying, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that one I'm
It
thinking
sounds.
of is
It
Nightmare.
sounds very.
sounds so awesome.
That sounds very Freddy.
It
Like
is. It
Nightmare
is
on Elm
very
Street
pretty.
type shit.
I'm very excited for it because I'm liking how they're trying a lot of new things in this new phase.
Yeah,
What-
no,
what's,
that'd be
what's
cool.
the thing where people like they're asleep, but then they like?
Sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis?
Yes,
Yeah.
that reminds me of that.
Yeah, it's
If
very
it,
much like that.
It
Yeah.
is that.
But like,
Yeah.
it's like I know it's just an image, but like the image that they showed looked very Lovecraftian, and like I think that'd be a cool, little
Cool.
direction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
that'd
sounds
be cool.
'Cause,
That'd
like,
be cool.
I thought the Doctor Strange movie was cool, but I didn't think it was very good. Because like the VFX were really good, but the story was
Yeah, they went
very
fucking
flat.
balls out on the visuals.
But the next movie was Shang-Chi,
Yeah.
and I have a problem with this movie.
I don't know what that is. So.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know a lot about him. He's like a C-list character, but
C-list?
yeah, like
C list.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like the Captain Americas and Spider-Mans would
Yes.
be A tier.
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
Hulk and Thor would be B tier. Iron Man and Shang-Chi would be C tier.
Oh, yes.
You want to put Iron Man in C tier?
Oh yeah, like in the
What?
comics he's
Oh, in
C
the
tier.
comics. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
okay.
Iron Man is not a very interesting character in the comics. Like
Yeah. That's
like
true.
RDJ just like made him super interesting. He's a great
Yeah,
actor.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of annoyed at that one because it's gonna have the Mandarin again. I don't know if you guys
Oh, balls.
learned the Mandarin.
Oh, who was that again?
That was not. That was
The guy
second
from
one.
the third Iron Man movie.
Is it the third one?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
it is the third one. Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
But
it is.
supposedly they're doing this. He's gonna be the real Mandarin, and he's gonna
Yeah.
be like Asian.
What
and-
does that mean?
They
Because like
just
in
not-
in Iron Man 3,
Well, yeah, it was just like a.
he
like an
was like
actor.
an actor,
Okay.
and then they did that because the villain wouldn't really make sense. Like I forgot why, but they just like changed him to subvert people's expectations. So now they're having the quotations real Mandarin
Okay.
for some reason, and they're like, oh, that guy was just an imposter. I've been here the whole time, and it's like,
Oh,
man,
okay.
I was like, oh,
Yeah,
please don't
pretty
do
bad.
that.
Oh, okay.
And they also announced Blade with
Yeah,
Marshall
I'm-
Ali.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Me
Yeah,
too.
that should be a good one.
I heard though it's not gonna be R. I know I stood like a really tall stance where I said I don't think these movies need to be R rated.
Mm.
Blade is the exception.
I say
Yeah.
Deadpool, Blade, and there's probably going to be like a handful of others that need to be R-rated.
Wolverine,
Wolverine, yes.
yes, but I do hope they do a Wolverine versus Blade movie because that's like a thing in the comics.
That
Like
would be
it's
very
it's
cool.
not all the time, but like there has been things like that.
Yeah.
And there's a new Black Widow.
Yeah,
movie.
the Black
yes,
Widow
Yeah, the
movie,
standalone.
Yeah.
I'm not too excited for that one because you kind of know what happens with Black Widow. So like
What do you mean?
I don't find the past tense stories very very interesting.
Endgame.
Well, it still does give her like you still like more.
It's good to get a
understand what she went through
backstory
as a child.
though.
Yeah,
They're doing the
that
same
totally
thing with
adds to her
Hawkeye too,
character.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Hawkeye.
but that one I'm interested in.
Which is funny
it's
because
a father
I-
and dad's. It's a father and sister story.
Which
I
is
mean,
funny
daughter.
because I'm more like interested in the Black Widow story because I want to know how she got her upbringing and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna have.
Wasn't
I
she like
forgot
a
his
child
name.
spy?
Yeah, she started really young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in a place called the Red Room. But it's gonna have the Russian equivalent to Captain America in that movie.
Interesting.
I forgot. I think his name is Red Star. He's being played by the guy who did Hellboy, who played Hellboy in the recent one.
I was gonna say which Hellboy.
Oh, the good one, the one that
I haven't-
the
I
one
haven't
that came out and flopped.
Is that movie out yet?
Yeah, it got like
it
12
bad.
on
I kind of wanted
Metacritic.
I wanted to see it, but I never got around to it.
It was a huge flop. Like,
I
apparently it was
watched
not
a
good.
clip of it.
Okay.
Well, I
I
mean,
don't know. It didn't look good. That good.
I only ever saw trailers of it, and I was like, "What are they doing? Stop!"
What'd they do to my
Stop.
baby boy?
So,
Hey?
I love my baby red boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they're also doing an Eternals movie. I'm not too
yeah, I
excited
saw
for
about
this.
that too. Yeah,
Because-
Oh, what?
Eternals.
Eternals.
They're pretty much. They pretty much created the universe.
yeah,
Oh, the old
Like
ones.
Eternals?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
old ones.
Eternals. Yeah.
Like the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay. Interesting.
yeah. They're
Yeah.
basically like
They're
gods.
Yeah. They're
Like,
Like-
not how Thor is a god. They're like
The
Like,
creators.
there's-
creators
What
pretty
do
much.
you're using air quotes? Like what?
because Thor is what's considered a demigod.
Okay.
Like he's God, but not really. But like the Eternals, they created like everything. Like,
Oh.
do you remember in Guardians of the Galaxy, it showed like how the Infinity Stones were made?
Yes.
Well, those big tall things are Eternals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not too excited because I've read an Eternals comic and it wasn't too
It
interesting.
doesn't look that interesting,
Isn't
to be honest.
in the first Guardians of the Galaxy the skull they're mining? Isn't that an
Yeah.
Eternal as well?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
So okay, the Eternals, like, cause like what I pictured in my mind was like other superheroes, so they're
No.
not like that. Do they have a human form?
I'm pretty sure they have a human form,
Okay.
but I don't know. It
They're
just,
How
like-
do you make a movie with that then?
I don't
Okay.
know.
That-
Yeah.
I don't know because that's what DC has been doing with their movies because their movies are very power fantasy, and like I feel like it's gonna turn into that where it's like it's not interesting because you know that they're gonna prevail because they're gods.
I was
Hey,
gonna-
to stand up for DC, they got some good cartoon movies.
Yes.
yes,
I'm not
yes,
arguing
they
that.
do.
DC does good TV shows. Marvel does good movies.
No, even with their cartoon movies.
Yeah,
those
no,
are still
the
good
cartoon
too.
ones are good.
I had one last point on this Marvel Comic Con thing,
Mm.
and this has been really pissing me off.
Okay.
So they're doing a Falcon and Winter Soldier story.
Yeah, I don't like.
I'm-
what the hell's
I'm
going on
really
with
into that. I'm really into that because there is this timeline in the comics where Captain America because the super soldier serum, it's not permanent.
Yeah.
Like it has a half-life, it's just very slow.
Yeah.
So there's a comic where he grows old and he gives the shield to Falcon. And then Falcon, like, he doesn't feel like he deserves it, and Bucky kind of wants it. So like it's
So
they don't
that's
know who
where
should, yeah.
Endgame, like the ending with Steve.
Yeah,
that's
where that
came
that, That would
Yeah.
be cool. I would like to see that.
Yeah, and the main reason why he gives it to Falcon is because Bucky is a criminal, and
Yes.
he feels like
Yeah.
the people wouldn't trust him.
Yeah.
But anyways, a lot of people like are getting really upset that they're still going with Falcon as Captain America, and it really upsets me because a lot of people don't understand the concept around Captain America. Like Captain America is not a character; he's a title.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's like the point of Captain America is
Well,
not.
I mean-
it's-
he's
he's not
even-
like the Hulk. Like
he even states that at the
Yeah.
end of Endgame too. Like it's a title. It's not like I wasn't Captain America. Like the shield represents Captain America.
exactly,
Yeah.
and that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's
Yeah.
not just oh Marvel is trying to pander. No, it's
Okay, so I'm curious here. So like, what's the difference then between like Iron Man and Black Widow and stuff?
because
Well, I mean, Iron Man has a blue thing in his chest.
Yes.
He's
That's
dying.
not him though.
and Captain
just-
America more represents America as a whole, and he stands for what America stands for at that time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whereas like with Iron Man, like
he's
he
very
does-
selfish.
he did. Yeah, he's extremely selfish.
Yeah.
Like Black Widow was kind of forced trained
And
to
she
do what
fights
she
for
does.
herself only.
Exactly. Whereas like Captain America, all he wanted to do was just go in the army. That's all he wanted to do. He just wanted to serve his country.
Yeah.
So this was kind of like an ultimate version of that. So like he served his country for fucking God knows how long, since the 70s roughly.
Yeah,
So Captain America like represents America then?
yeah, like
Pretty much, yeah.
like obviously like
Basically,
the
just
good
kind of
of
like
America,
just
like
like
not-
pretty much like a world protector.
Yeah.
That America made.
he pretty much fights for freedom, injustice,
Yeah.
and
But okay, because like
That's
most
why-
superheroes fight
No.
for freedom and justice.
No.
not
They're
Not all of
superheroes?
them.
no,
No.
not
They all
Iron
have their
Man.
own reasons, but he's the only one where it's like the true reason why he does it is for like the others.
Yeah,
for, like,
I know
other
that,
people.
yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
like Tony Stark is like
A selfish asshole.
pretty much he's basically he's the Marvel Batman.
He
Well, I mean,
he pretty much
in the very first movie, which we actually watched recently again,
great movie.
like he became Iron Man because he did not want to be the selfish asshole anymore. So
Yeah, but then if you look to something like Civil War, like he's pretty much doing that because he feels like he needs to save the Avengers from themselves. Like
Yeah.
he's
Okay.
pretty much doing that for his own image.
yeah, okay,
Like
I get that.
and even in the first Iron Man movie, he's doing that because his image is on that, right?
yeah.
It's not I'm doing this for everyone because I want everyone to be happy. Like I'm doing this because my name is on this.
Okay, so then like, what's the difference between like Black Widow,
Black
and
Widow
the Hulk,
was a
and
child
Thor?
soldier. Thor's a god.
Thor is a god. That's
Thor's a
true.
god.
Thor is similar to Captain America, but with Thor, he doesn't really care about freedom and all that shit.
Yeah, that's
He-
true.
He just cares for the well-being of Earthrealm because he sees them as a weaker bunch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hulk is a pure case of Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, like-
that's true.
Yeah, like Hulk.
Yeah.
Hulk, like
Hulk
he can't
gives
control
zero
anything.
shits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, I got that. Okay.
that was the end of my Marvel thing. I'm very excited. And when I was on my way here, I saw that Kevin Feige, the guy that runs all this shit, he was saying that X-Men, Fantastic Four, and I forgot the other one. But there's a bunch of movies that they already have planned, and they're already written.
Someone's excited.
X-Men is my favorite series.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah,
I love
it
X-Men.
is his favorite
I have
series
never
ever.
gone into an X-Men
I
comic, and I really want to.
I was like OG when like the very first X-Men movie came out, and just like it immediately got me hooked. And since
Oh, yeah,
then,
great.
I'm like all about X-Men. And it's funny because I tried to explain it to Vic, and she's like, "Who the fuck are the
Because,
X-Men?"
okay, to me, X-Men, like it's not like the Marvel films where it's kind of more clear with X-Men. It starts with a movie, and then it goes to a sequel, but then it goes to the prequel of the first movie or something. Then
Yeah.
it introduces another character. Then it goes to the after of that character, then to the prequel of that character.
Yeah.
So it's really confusing to me.
I will say it. The movies are extremely
They're
confusing.
very. I would
It
like it a
is
lot
a very
more.
confusing timeline.
Yes, I would like it a lot more if it had a clear timeline, but no, they're
Yeah.
like, okay,
Actually,
here's this movie, then there's the sequel. Oh, but we're gonna do the prequel to the first
I
movie.
mean,
here.
thankfully now, like at least like that first run is
It's
done.
done.
So we have all of them, so
If-
we can watch them in order now.
Yeah,
But because like
But Chronic
when I was
Roger.
watching like the original ones, waiting for them to come out. Sorry, I keep
yeah,
cutting you off, but like I was just watching them like as they came out, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, that's the order that they came out in.
yeah,
But regardless, like both me and my brother, funny enough,
yeah.
we're like huge fans of the X-Men series.
I would like it a bit more if it was just a bit more clear, because
Yeah,
it
just-
seemed
yeah,
like
just the date
so
order.
they had like they made one movie, then they're like, oh, we have another idea for this movie. Oh, we have another idea for it's not like they planned it
Yeah.
out. Really, it's just like, oh, spur of the moment movie. We're gonna do. That's how it seems to me.
But you know what you should watch that I understood the X-Men movies through?
Yeah.
I believe it's the late 90s, early 2000s cartoon.
Yeah.
I watched that every
Yep,
morning.
yep.
Every morning. That one makes the
Yeah, that was
timeline.
what I know what you're talking about. I never watched that one though.
It will make sense of the movies, because
And it's
without that,
amazing.
I never understood any of the movies until I watched that cartoon.
Second point.
That and it made sense.
If it wasn't for that cartoon, the MCU would not exist.
No, it wouldn't.
I'm
It's
saying
a
that,
good
like,
cartoon.
Really?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it merged like alternate stories and alternate timelines, and like it semi merged the Spider-Man animated series with that. Like it
There was a few specials.
because pretty much Marvel threw the money and said, hey, any X-Men story you want to do, fucking do it, go for it. Like it was a great idea.
Okay, because like to me, what started the universe was like the Iron Man movie, the 2008 one.
But the
no, but like
cartoon,
if they didn't have the cartoon, like
They
but
went
not
to-
everyone saw the cartoon.
that cartoon was
no,
extremely
yeah,
popular.
it was very
Okay.
popular.
I mean, like I never saw the cartoon, but I saw the first Iron Man movie. So that to me, is,
It
like,
was
the thing
before.
that
You gotta
started
think it was before
Yeah,
that.
no,
though.
this
Yeah.
was way before
Like-
any of
like
Oh, I
the
know
90s.
that. I know
90s
that.
to 2000s.
I know that.
It's because the X-Men series started a whole bunch of animated series because Marvel was trying to get back on their feet after
Yeah.
declaring bankruptcy, and then that like really shot off, and then they tried doing Iron Man and Hulk and like
Yeah.
all these. I don't think they actually did a Hulk one though, but they did a bunch of different ones, and then they did Spider-Man, and
Well, I mean-
X-Men and Spider-Man were the only ones that really went somewhere,
yeah.
and then because of that they made a Spider-Man movie, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the original.
like it just started a
X-Men-
ripple effect.
Yeah,
Okay,
the original
I
X-Men
understand now. So the TV show that's like the kind of like gained momentum for like the movies then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like
exactly.
the original X-Men and the original Spider-Man was kind of like the two.
Jumping
I
off.
I
kind
remember
of want
watching
to.
the original Spider-Man. I remember watching that
Such a
TV
good
show.
show.
I never watched the X-Men or Batman or anything. I watched Spider-Man. I loved
Fun
Spider-Man.
fact.
There's so many
That-
memes of that now.
That,
know.
no, not that one.
The 90s one?
Yeah, the 90s one.
Yeah, there's so many memes.
No, I think you're thinking of the
The
80s.
No.
90s.
No, Jason, 90s.
90s,
90s.
Spider-Man. I remember
but
several of those episodes.
anyways.
Me too.
Anyways, the 90s Spider-Man, all the guns that you see are lasers because they weren't allowed to have actual
They weren't allowed to
weapons.
have guns.
Oh, yeah.
Or 4 kids would have edited
And no
the
one
footage.
shoots at anyone. Like they always miss.
Yeah,
Fun fact.
yeah.
So yeah, I saw earlier today on Instagram the Avengers Endgame DVD. It comes with a deleted scene.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
not okay.
Oh, with Captain America and
Spoiler alert.
Is that one? I
don't
haven't
think
seen
so.
it myself, but I've read some articles, and I'm very glad they did not put that. Is it the one? Is
I'm
that one that
concerned.
you're talking about?
I don't think so.
The Captain
I
America
don't want to
scene?
know.
No, it's with Iron Man.
Okay, no.
I
I'm talking about something different then.
I want to know what
don't
that
want
is,
them to
though.
spoil it. I
Okay, so
wanna watch it
apparently
myself.
it didn't make it into the movie. I don't know whether they actually filmed this or anything.
By the way, spoiler alert.
I
Well,
said
she
that
doesn't
already.
want to hear it.
Why
Okay.
not?
She wants to see it.
You
Oh, okay.
can't. I don't even know if they filmed it or not. It's a deleted
Well, if it's a
maybe
deleted scene and the
deleted
movie's
scene.
coming
Okay,
out,
yeah.
you can watch it there.
Okay,
Okay.
we don't have to talk about it.
Well,
It's
okay,
gonna
no, I'm just
spoil.
gonna see if it. 1 second, I'm gonna see because
While she's looking that up, I gotta say one more thing about the X-Men.
Yes.
Jonathan Hickman is one of my favorite comic book writers. He has written a lot of classic comics from X-Men to Avengers. I think he even helped write that Thor comic I was talking about earlier. Amazing guy.
Yeah.
He is writing a new X-Men comic, House of X. It's fucking amazing. I wish I could read it, but I'm broke. So everyone go get that. It's amazing. Jonathan Hickman's a great writer.
What was I gonna say? Oh, one thing I wanted to say while y'all are doing that.
Yeah.
One thing that I really hope / wish that they'll expound on is the Civil War story, because
I think you just broke Jason.
it's huge, and they very briefly touched on it. I'm just like, I need more.
Yeah, and the thing about that was the Russo brothers actually did say in an interview after that movie, it's not over yet. Like, it's
Yeah,
still
no,
going.
it's not.
And
It's definitely not.
I'm reading this comic at the moment because although I know a lot about comics,
Yeah.
I haven't read as much as most people have.
Hang on.
okay. So yes, this
Excuse me.
it's not a deleted scene. They didn't film it or anything, so you're not gonna see it on anything.
But okay, I'm confused now.
So it's a theory. So it's an idea that they wanted to do, but they just couldn't do it.
Okay.
It's a scene where Thanos goes back in time.
I know which one.
You know. Thanos goes back in time and he meets Captain America somewhere, whatever.
In the past.
Yes, and he
Okay.
decapitates him,
Okay.
and then he brings his head to the future, and it's where they're in the big battle scene, I
Yeah.
think. And then he shows Steve his own decapitated head.
And just drops it on the ground.
Yes. And they never did this scene because it would make the timeline more confusing and stuff. And probably for your reaction right now.
Dude, that would have been so awesome,
No,
though.
I think that would have been way too dark and just unnecessary, honestly.
But
That
that's
I'm
also-
glad
awesome.
they didn't do that.
No, because that
also
kind of
wouldn't
fits with
work.
Thanos.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they couldn't really figure out how it would work with the
Yeah, it
timeline and
wouldn't.
everything.
No,
so
it
that's
wouldn't.
why they
Because
didn't
he
want to
would be
do it.
dead.
Me reading
Yeah,
that, just like,
there wouldn't be a Captain America.
And apparently it wouldn't, yeah, and like they said, like it wouldn't affect the current Captain America somehow because it would be a different timeline.
Excuse me.
So yeah, like they thought, like, because with all the timelines and everything happening, it would make it way too confusing for everyone. But they wanted to do that, but then drop the idea.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that
Yeah.
they did that because I think that's
I
a
don't
little
know.
bit too dark for Marvel, honestly. It's
And
a
it
huge
wouldn't
shock
make goddamn
factor.
sense either.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I would like it as like a deleted scene just to see what it would look like.
Yeah, I know. They,
Be-
like,
because
didn't
it
make
does
sad.
fit like Thanos's like
Mentality.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
But I still think, I don't know, like to me, I think it's just a bit too dark for Marvel.
Yeah, it's true. But one thing I was gonna say when me and Trevor were talking when
Yes.
you were looking for that, there is a theory that they're gonna do the Dark Reign, which is Dark Reign. It's actually very funny reading this now because pretty much Civil War happens, Skrulls invade. Tony Stark knew about it, but he didn't want to do anything about it because he wanted to win the Civil War, which goes back to him being an asshole.
Yep.
And then half of the population gets wiped and replaced with Skrulls, and they fight back and they kill the Skrulls. And Norman Osborn becomes the president of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I say it's funny reading this now, because in this comic he acts like Trump does now.
Oh my god.
It's so funny. It's so ironic just reading this now, because it's like, that's Trump.
Oh my god.
But Norman Osborn does this, and he wipes all the Avengers. Like he pretty much says, you either work for me and you work with my agenda, or you're a criminal and I'm gonna kill you if I ever see you again.
Yeah.
And he hires villains to replace the Avengers. So Logan's son becomes Logan.
Ooh.
Bullseye becomes Hawkeye. Norman becomes Iron Man.
Ooh,
Like,
interesting.
So some people think that after the Black Widow movie, it's gonna set this up.
Oh, okay.
So I thought that was pretty interesting.
You know, I have a
Interesting.
question.
What's up?
How many more decades can Marvel continue on for?
That is
Like,
a very
Well.
It
interesting.
seems like it's been 10 years, which I mean, like lots of movies have done, but like this seems like there's so much material this could go on for a good like 40 or 50 years, which just sounds insane to
100%.
me.
Yeah.
Longer than that.
Which I
Much
think
longer
it
than
could.
that.
Like,
But I mean,
if
will
they
there
have
be-
enough content.
Will there be a
Easily.
point too in which, like, it doesn't like whether or not the studio has any money or whatever, but it's the fan base that needs to be like, yes, we're still interested in superheroes.
Yeah.
And there's generations that will, their like interests will change, and maybe
Yeah.
they won't be interested in Marvel, like in superhero movies anymore. Like that's
Exactly.
like westerns were a huge thing back when like our parents were alive and
Oh, yeah.
alive, like younger.
Wow.
dark.
All right.
Back when
The
our parents
Retreat?
were like younger and stuff, and like that, like giant things, like and like Marvel has been around for like over 10 years now. Yep, over 10 years. Like the movies have been around for over
There
10
you
years.
go.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I just think about that now. It's like, okay, so like they're like it's so that they've had to make the films into phases. There was phase 1 and
Yeah.
2 and 3. Now there's phase 4. How many more phases will there be?
Yeah.
And do they think like how much longer can Marvel make superhero films? Like like the adage, like it could possibly die out.
Yeah.
Which is
And
an interesting thing to me.
yeah, I thought this too, because phase 3 was actually supposed to be the last phase. And
Oh,
then, and then
really?
they got bought out by Disney.
Yeah.
So and Disney, like, they like constant content. Like,
Yeah.
they want you to crank shit out.
Yeah.
But I think they definitely do have enough content to like keep going for a
Oh,
really long
definitely.
time.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yep,
not. I'm
yep.
not worrying about that. Or well, not
But
worrying.
but the thing about the comic book fans,
The hell?
Sorry,
that's
that was our
that's
neighbors
our
from upstairs.
neighbor. Yes.
but the thing
it's
about
the
comic book
cat.
fans is they're really fickle and they're really insensitive. So
Insensitive.
yeah, like, okay, so for some reason I literally don't know why this is, but a large chunk of the comic book fan base is either racist or sexist. I don't know why.
Yes, because
I don't know
Yeah.
why. Like
I think Kira can join on the like I don't know, like his most.
I'm not gonna bother, because if you try to argue with me, I'm just going to stare into the camera lovingly and say, "You wanna go, you fucking punk?"
what just happened?
Well, because honestly, most comic book fans tend to be men.
Well,
I would
no, no,
disagree
no,
with
no,
that.
no,
Most
no, no.
outspoken comic book fans.
Yes.
Most outspoken comic
Yeah.
book fans tend to be men, and they do not like seeing even like one woman stepping into their.
I'm a man.
Yes, but you're a more evolved man, Jason.
A what?
A more evolved man.
Aw.
You're not a Neanderthal still.
Like they're men who are like, no, this character is a man. He'll always be
Yeah.
a man, and he can't take over. But like, yeah.
We need blonde buff men in our comic book movie, or we will freak out. But like,
Yeah.
the funniest thing is, there's this YouTuber I watch. I fucking love him. His name is Comics Explained, and he pretty much just explains comics. And like if you're about to like watch like say in Victoria's case, an X-Men movie, if you go to his channel, he'll like explain like certain concepts in a very digestible way. He had this series where he was breaking down Falcon Captain America, right?
Yep.
And he had to stop making these videos, which he really loved. He had to stop making them because the comment section would turn into race wars, and everyone would just downvote his videos. And he said he loved this character, but he couldn't make any videos about him anymore.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
people
And
are
it was so sad because
Yeah.
he found so much enjoyment into this.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
does suck.
yeah.
Yeah, but like some fans can be huge assholes.
I
And
want to
it-
stop our comic book for a moment and take a word of our not sponsor, because no one loves us. But you know what you can do? You can go to, I'm still disappointed in all of you for not E doing a sponsor and B not talking about this.
Time.
Disappointed. The Kyoto animation,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you guys probably heard or watched some of their anime. I can read out some. There's Free, the swimming anime, which I advise watching if you're into gay anime.
Kira's terrible at segues.
Well, you know what? I waited, and you never stopped.
You're terrible at saying.
Have you met him? He doesn't stop.
I know. The Dragon Maid series, and it doesn't help. Which is why the series, not the series. But yeah, 34 died in that fire. All of
Rest in peace.
every single material from Studio One burnt to the ground.
That's terrible.
And 34, including the arson himself, are non-fatally injured. It is the most. What is it? I've got the article up in front of me. I'm sorry. The deadliest massacre in Japanese history since World War II,
Yeah.
and the deadliest building fire. I'm sorry, since 2001. That's what, 18 years?
Yeah.
Jesus,
And
yeah.
so yeah, the Kyoto studio, they made Ghibli, right?
No,
No?
nothing to do with Ghibli.
Okay, never mind.
Ghibli's its own studio.
Yeah. Okay, thank God.
No. But yeah, the best way to go help them, which I advise you to go do, they make some great shit. I'm pretty sure if you look through their list, you know at least one of them. I think Violent Evergrade, that's pretty, excuse my debauchery of pronunciation. Violet Evergarden, I'm sorry. That's pretty popular with them kids these days, and I believe on Netflix. There's a whole list. The best way to help them is just to go buy from their actual store. I believe there is a link now to a direct payment to help the families that have been affected because they can't go to work anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
And
that's fucked up.
34 of them died.
Is the studio still like operating? Like,
It is currently unknown. I think that's like half of their staff, either dead or in hospital.
Yeah,
That's
true.
like it's terrible.
yeah.
no, but like where I'm getting at with that is like they can't even like continue to thrive as a company.
No, that's
They can't
why.
like rehire or anything because their whole place is gone.
Oh yeah, here we go. We got some news here. Some works and collaborations have been delayed because obviously it's gone.
Yeah.
One event was entirely canceled, but it doesn't list what it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Rest in
that's
peace.
your duty
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the week. This happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, go support them.
I will say though, I saw this news after our podcast.
I shared this, I think, right after I woke up from 3 days of sleeping.
All right, but anyways, I was a little confused. So they're making a Batgirl show, right?
Okay.
And I'm
Fantastic.
confused why this is not a movie. Because isn't like
I thought it was getting turned into a movie, wasn't it?
No, it's a CW show, I think.
Oh.
Aren't they also doing a Harley Quinn show?
No, they're doing a Harley Quinn movie and a Suicide Squad movie.
No, the Harley Quinn has her own animated show now.
Suicide
Oh,
Squad is
yeah.
already a movie.
No, but they're
second
making
one?
another one,
They're
and it's
making
not going to be a
another
part of that
They're
series.
making another one
Yeah, and it's not going to be a part of that series.
because they're redoing it.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's...
Kinda.
Does DC know what they're doing?
No, and that's the problem. Like they have all of their properties, but they don't know how to utilize them. Like they're making a Batman movie, right? It's gonna be the last Batman movie because he's gone after that contract.
As I said, they only know what to do with cartoons.
DC, get your
Yeah,
shit together.
seriously.
Honestly.
Make good cartoons.
So talking about getting your shit together. Oh, that's the other thing. J. Abrams is making a DC movie. I forgot which one.
No,
Damn it, I forgot to put it on my list. I was like, fucking J. Abrams.
I know you've told me, and I was
Fucking
just
hate J.J.
I was
Abrams.
disappointed in life.
So the new Star Trek movie. It's Star Wars. It is literally Star Wars.
I haven't watched the trailer yet.
Okay, yeah. Which Star Trek is this?
It's Picard, and
They're bringing Picard
it pretty
back.
much
Okay.
Like
it's
Sean,
it's start like the pretty much premise is there's this half person half Borg, I believe it's called.
What?
Yeah, that's probably talking about 9.
Yeah, and like she's the chosen one,
Yeah, it's
and
9.
they have to protect her because she's the chosen one, and she has superpowers, and she does like backflip kicks,
Yeah,
and
you're all on point so far.
it like it's just structured like a Star Wars movie, and even if you look at it, like it like visually looks like a Star Wars.
Well, yeah,
movie.
especially if JJ is directing it. Of course, it's gonna be Star Wars.
I don't think he's directing it actually.
No.
I think it's someone else who's directing it this time, but it may have well been J.J. Abrams,
Okay.
and they're making a
Okay.
second Zombieland movie.
Yes, I know that. I'm not.
Wow,
super
after how
interested.
many years since the first
Yeah.
one?
It's a very
I'm
long
not
time.
interested because I don't need it.
No, like that
No.
doesn't set up for a sequel. It doesn't need a sequel.
No.
But like that's the thing. Like not everything needs a sequel. Like I don't
Especially
need the
that.
continuation.
Yeah.
It was
Like,
good.
Yeah, like that. They made that more of a standalone. It doesn't have a strong enough fan base, I don't think. Like there haven't been people lobbying it for years, like Incredibles 2 or anything. So
Yeah.
Were people lobbying for Incredibles?
yes, they were. Are you?
Yes,
are you
Jason,
crazy?
not just
'Cause,
because
like-
you weren't totally up for it.
I liked the first Incredibles movie. I really liked it.
Obviously, everyone
Yes.
did. That's why they wanted the sequel.
And they set it up. They set it up for a sequel
Yes,
And you know what?
that eventually came.
it was amazing.
So
amazing.
Trevor had one too many the other day. I wanted to
I'm
get
trying
What,
to-
last week?
Yeah.
I didn't have anything last week.
I
Did
think it's when you were on the group chat.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna.
Oh,
talk
the
about.
other day.
So
earlier this week.
So what's up, Trevor? Are you doing okay? Just,
Well, that was my company's summer event thing. So
Aw,
and I had unlimited access to whiskey
that
and
means
scotch,
one. That means one.
and it was a bad time. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it was a bad time.
How much time do we have left?
Oh, sorry, it's 7 of 9. That's why I couldn't decide if it was 7 or 9. It's 7 of 9.
20
That's her
minutes.
name.
7 of 9.
7. That's her name. She's half Borg, half human.
Okay.
You haven't watched Star Trek, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can probably see your
Are
picture.
you guys into Star Trek?
Not really.
I find it boring.
First one?
I don't find it boring. It's
Seven
never
of
got
nine.
really
Yeah.
into
Oh,
She's half
that's like
Borg.
from
I want to say Next Generation. No, Voyager.
no, not-
Voyager.
Is it Voyager?
Oh,
Yeah, with the
oh yeah,
girl,
yeah,
with the
from
woman.
Deep Space.
Or
no.
Next Generation? Though.
Oh, yeah.
Next Generation. Yeah, I know. They mixed the two. And it
Okay, this
bothers
is
me.
not
Okay.
interesting whatsoever.
Not really.
I'm sorry.
7
Okay,
of
well, is it-
9.
is-
and
is
so
it
far,
still-
everything you said, that is exactly what she is.
Yeah, but it literally looks. That's why I told you to watch the trailer before the podcast.
Is it still
But
gonna
anyways.
have fucking
Anyways,
Anyways,
Patrick
car-
Stewart?
Yeah, it's Patrick Stewart as
guys,
the card.
guys, let's
Awesome.
reel this in.
No.
So
We were
I-
talking about Picard. God
Not
damn
con-
it!
So, do you want to get into your dreams, or can I get into Oxcord etiquette?
Do that first, fine.
So, I was on a road trip, right? I was on my way to Wreck Beach, right? It was a road trip.
For those of you who don't
feeling a
know,
little adventurous, were you?
Oh yeah, I wanted to
If
test the water.
if you don't know, Wreck Beach is the local nude beach.
Yep.
Just to get that image in everyone's head over there.
Yep.
All right, so and
That
and it was really
hair was
far,
at a nude beach.
and it's really far because I drove from like downtown to there, right?
That's closer, isn't it?
closer.
Yeah, but it was still really far. It was like 40 minutes away.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah,
it's
it's
pretty
But
far.
so I didn't know how far it was, so I had low gas, and I also had my Google Maps in, right? And Google Maps did not tell me anything for at least 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm a little sketching out, and my friend is like to me, and this has nothing to do with Oxcord, but I thought this was funny. And then
This is just a long setup.
and then my friend is like to me, hey, do you know where you're going? I'm like, nope. Google Maps hasn't told me anything in 20 minutes. He's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, and I'm also low on gas. Like 2 more clicks and I'm out of gas. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. And you're pushing the car if we die.
I mean, as a little sidebar, to be fair, if Google Maps hasn't told you anything in about 20 minutes, you're probably going the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
Otherwise, they would have mentioned, what did you do?
My earring fell out.
Sweet Jesus.
1 second.
Have the police been called for that earring?
Apparently.
yeah, I was like, what? But
Anyways.
yeah, it was like 2 kilometers away. But anyways, we have a great time, right?
Yeah.
And then my fucking friend, I'm driving along, right? And I'm playing the new Nas album. Great album, fantastic album. And my friend just takes my phone without even telling me and changes it to some fucking R&B. Like to some lovey-dovey R&B. I'm like, yo, it's just us in the car.
Okay, so your phone was plugged in
Yes.
and you had something playing.
Yes. And
Okay.
he took it without me, without asking me.
Yeah.
And he played music that wasn't really of the vibe.
Yeah.
Because there's just me and him in the car.
Okay. Okay. And naturally you were upset.
Yes, because I'm like, that's my aux cord, that's my phone, that is my car.
Personal problems.
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
Did you say racial problems?
He said first world problems.
Thank you.
No, but I think that
Regardless.
we need to get like aux cord
Oh my
etiquette down.
god.
Yeah, no, I completely understand.
Oh
I'm on
my
your side.
god.
Because in my opinion, if it's my car, I get to dictate what we drive to. Because if you play some really loud, like, Skrillex music, I'm fucking crashing. Like it's just gonna randomly ramp up. I'm gonna, like...
Yeah, once that
hit
bass
another
drops,
car.
it all
Right?
bets
Oh,
are
yeah, it's
off.
pretty much just...
And then the bass drops and it just vibrates off the side of the road.
Whoa, oh, my car is vibrating. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
it always does. Why do you think I get so sick on the way here?
Yeah, but that's just with hip hop. And then you throw dubstep into the mix. That's a whole new level
it's
of
waving.
bass drop.
It's like the ocean. But I wanted to hear what everyone's opinion on aux cord etiquette is. Is it the driver or the passenger that decides? Because I think it's the driver.
Well, clearly I don't care.
I still say the way it works is your shotgun drive is the navigator and DJ, but your phone was already plugged in and playing music, so
Exactly.
then you shouldn't have touched it.
In my
No.
opinion, anyone who wants to play music can just be like, "Hey, can I change the song?"
But he didn't ask. He just did
Yeah, I
it.
did.
Yeah, if they don't,
And
unless
if he
they
said-
ask, then it's fine. But if you're not asking, you just jack the phone and change the song anyway. That's wrong.
Yeah, that's a little bit rude.
And he said, "Oh, what? You don't like Nelly?" No, I don't like.
Nelly hasn't been relevant since the early 2000s.
Yeah,
No, I'm
man.
still
I'm like,
relevant all the
that's
time.
just
You
rude.
shouldn't be.
When it's getting hot in here. That's the only time.
Again,
Again,
early
hot.
2000s.
So take that
That's
phone
about the
back.
only time.
That's not Nelly. It's not Snoop.
No, that's
that's
not.
Nelly.
Oh.
Okay.
This is the only song by Nelly.
But
I know.
I'm
That and
right
the
in
thong
this
song.
situation, right? Like I'm
forgot
right
about
that.
that song.
that
And
should
the
be
Wild Wild
driver.
West song that he did with Will Smith.
That's only Will
It's a
Smith.
Will
I
Smith
don't
song.
think it should just ask like, "Can I change
He
the
was there.
song?" to anyone whose phone is connected to the aux cord.
But he didn't ask. I think it's
Again,
Exactly.
like, it doesn't
If-
reg-
No, but I'm asking outside of the situation.
Yes, like
Yeah.
if it's the driver or
Because
the
I think it's the
passenger,
driver's like.
To me, I don't care. Whoever phone is connected, then it's like, "Can I change the song?" It's like, yes, then sure. If they say no, then you ask again and say, "Please, please."
Then you become a
like,
toddler in
Exactly.
the car.
And like a lot of people don't really care, but like me, I'm like a super like music
Well, yeah,
geek.
us
So
music
like
buffs.
so like most people is gonna play like the shitty like pop music where I'm like, no, I have a specific sound. Like if it's not this, it sounds like shit. And plus the new Nas album just came out. I had to-
Okay, well, I'm not that much of a prude, but
Yeah, like he'll be want to play Anthrax.
no, fuck Anthrax. They
What, you
suck.
don't like Anthrax?
No, I fucking hate Anthrax.
I actually like Anthrax.
Do you not see who I have behind Kira?
So
The queen, in my opinion.
Adele is awesome.
She's fantastic.
Where is she? Because I feel like she hasn't released an album in like 10
She's
She
years.
got
wanted to
kids.
spend some family time. And she can do that because she's awesome.
Can she?
Yes.
Yeah.
She can, 100%.
I don't know if she can.
She doesn't need to be in the
Yeah.
limelight all the time. And that's what I fucking adore about her.
Adele has bank, Jason. Like,
Did her
don't
last album do
question-
good?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
all
did.
of her
All
albums
of
have
her
always
albums.
done great.
I mean, granted, probably 19 only did well in Europe because, like, that's where she started. And, like, it didn't really come
Yeah.
out to the
No,
West
all of her-
until...
And I disagree with you, by the way.
Well,
I think you could be like the greatest artist in the world. Most artists can't take breaks. Like I just don't. think
No,
that's
most
true.
of them can't.
Because
She's
fans
one of
are
the
fickle.
exceptions.
No, but fans are extremely fickle. Like not you, but like
Yeah.
her like more prominent fans. Like I could be like, okay, now this artist sounds like Adele, and she releases music every year, so I'm
See-
going to go to that.
See, and okay, so I'm going to disagree with you there. And I would say
Let's do it.
that a majority of the pop artists that are out now, they feel that they need to keep constantly pumping out music and they need to stay relevant. Otherwise, like,
Is that just pop?
No, that's everything.
okay, well, in my opinion, it's mainly just pop, but
Okay.
like
Pop.
pop could be like a wide range of things, just whatever's popular at the moment.
Commercialized music.
Yeah, so like whatever's popular at
Yeah.
the moment, like they constantly need to pump out songs and they constantly need to be like in the limelight and everything, because if they like take 2 weeks break
Yeah.
without checking their social media, oh my god, or they don't post anything, then they're not relevant anymore.
Yeah, and
Whereas in her case, because she just puts out quality music every time, like she can take long breaks and then
Yeah.
she'll come out with another album. Everybody's going to be super obsessed with it. She's going to get another fucking movie deal where she has to do the theme song for it.
yeah.
And then she'll take another like 1, 2, maybe 3 year break, and then she'll just repeat the process over and over again.
Exactly.
And I'm not trying to shit on Adele. I'm just saying I don't think like I'm not saying that she can't do that. I'm just saying I wouldn't easily say that.
But no, my only point was like she's one of the exceptions where like she can pump out an album that's like
Frank
properly
Ocean.
like properly thought on and like
Yeah.
properly worked on, and it's gonna do great, and then she can take some time off, whereas all the other ones like it's the same shit over and over and over again.
Yeah,
so
like-
they need to constantly pumping out new things.
There are artists like that. Like Frank Ocean is another one that's like that. Like he puts out an album every 10 years. Like,
I just wanted to say something
what's up?
because okay, so these artists need to make money so they can afford their unrealistic lifestyle. Because they have billion-dollar homes that are they have 3 or 4 $1 million albums.
Yeah, there you go.
Like there are, I'm sure
that's
there
a
are
front.
many that are $1 billion.
So some of them
Artists
do.
are not making money.
We don't
these
know how
days.
much they make.
I think
What,
I could take a
Beyonce?
really good
Hey,
guess.
whatever.
Oh fuck, they're
That's
I mean,
another.
No, but,
I mean,
no, but
Anyway,
they're,
it's a
they're a
different
different
level.
case
I mean, the
because they
goddamn two
own
of them
their
are,
masters. They
Yeah.
own their masters.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
a different case.
Anyways, so these artists have $1 million homes, maybe 2 or 3 of them. They constantly have designer clothing. No, you don't need that money. You want that money. It's a case of kind of over living. Like, no one needs a giant
I disagree.
2,000 square foot home, but they want that 2,000 square foot home with like the 6 bedrooms and the 3 bathrooms and whatever for their family of 3. You don't need that much money, so no, they don't need to be pumping out album after album after album. They wanted to keep up this luxurious lifestyle. They don't need that luxurious lifestyle.
See, I disagree with you
Okay.
because all of that shit is just for show. Like all the designer that you see on them, they do not buy that. Those companies provide
those
that.
are purely endorsements.
Yeah, and
That's all
they're
it
like,
is.
wear
Same with
this,
cars too.
wear this.
Okay, but still, like,
And
okay, you can't
and the
tell
houses
me.
are rented. I can tell you that for a fact.
Bullshit.
And they don't make nearly as much as you think they make because $500,000 goes into like shows and studio time, producers.
Okay, so are you saying that they are just everyday people like us who just can't
I'm
afford?
not saying that.
That's what I'm like.
Actually,
yeah.
some of them I might agree with some of them, but like not like the Adeles, but like no one is making money off music anymore.
I would almost say that like they're not really they're still making money from music, granted, but they're not making as much. But because they're like constantly doing shows, because they're wearing all designer things and they're pumping out music and everything, so they're kind of riding a wave
You
of
guys,
money.
you realize you're defending the 1% here.
They're not the 1%.
The 1% are like politicians and billionaires.
It's like
they're not as
Bezos,
rich as you think they
fucking-
are.
They're still
Gates and
quite
shit
a
like
hell of
that.
a lot wealthier than anyone you ever know.
Not really, because if they flop one album, they are back to where we are.
Okay, maybe
no,
not.
no,
Yeah, they
definitely
are.
not because you still got.
Yeah, they are. They are. I'm telling you that for a fact.
Okay, so if you're saying that if Adele or like I don't know Katy Perry or Ariana Grande, they got
Okay, but you're
one album.
Okay, but you're talking about like the top.
Yeah,
of the
that is
top.
what I'm talking about. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
He's
the top
talking
artists.
about the in
Yeah, no,
general.
we're
I'm not
talking
talking about
about-
regular people, like regular artists. I'm talking about like the top ones.
Even
Like we're on a
is
different
Katy
page
Perry
right here.
one of those?
Like,
Yeah,
like
no, she's been around for a while.
yeah.
Because like the artists like
I'm
Katy
talking
Perry,
everyday
though,
household names that you say them
Yeah,
to
yeah.
anyone, they know who they are. I'm talking about those people.
But like I don't know about Adele, but Katy Perry, she 100% has a 360 deal, and that means all the money she makes, a certain percent of it goes to the label, and that's a huge chunk.
But she still has millions. Probably.
Well, we have Google.
Again, it's probably that thing where like they do have an amount. It might be in the millions for a lot of them, but they're riding a wave where like
Yeah.
they don't have to spend a lot of money because they're getting all of these endorsement things and because they're getting the studio time from the labels and all that jazz. But like they're not paying for all of that, but they're not getting a huge return on any of that either.
Yeah.
But they still don't worry about money.
No, they don't have to. They're riding a wave. They don't have to.
Like, that's what
Like
I'm
money's
saying.
not
but
a thing for them.
Exactly, that's what I'm
if they
saying.
fall off tomorrow, they will have to worry about money. They will, and that's why you see like the Chris Browns that I drop an album every year with 30 songs on it, because him in general, he's doing tours, He has kids. He pays child support. He has lawsuits. He has lawyers. So he is riding that wave. And if he ever flops, he's broke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like
That's why I see so many of these artists
lawsuits
that
and
go
like
for
child
like
support and stuff
bankruptcy
like
or
that. I
anything
mean,
like
that's
that.
not a good person though.
Actually, that is a trick, though.
Is it?
Yeah. 50 Cent actually talked about this on his Instagram once. If you have a lawsuit on you and you file for bankruptcy, that lawsuit can be dropped because like there's like a money thing where like it's like, oh, he doesn't have enough money to pay this.
Oh, okay.
But and then the court can like get like.
But you
like,
guys, you realize that you're
an audit
still
done on you.
you're still trying to defend people who will make more money than you.
I'm not defending them.
Yeah, you are. I'm actively saying that they.
I'm stating facts
No,
because I understand how the business works though.
Okay.
Like
Your name-
Yeah,
I
he knows
understand.
better than I do.
I want to point out.
Yes.
I'm not defending them. I'm pointing out a fact.
Yes.
They are riding a wave. You're naming people that also have acting deals.
Adele?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Not
No,
Adele.
no,
Katy
like
Perry.
Katy Perry.
Chris Brown.
Big stuff like
50
that.
Can we
Cent.
stop talking about Adele though? Because she's in a whole like she's
Adele's
in the
Yeah, she's
Eminem.
in a whole new
Yeah,
bracket.
She's in the Eminem class of I'm never going to be broke.
I was gonna say she's like
And we're talking about, like, the
Beyonce,
mid-tiers.
Jay-Z. She's up there.
Okay, yes, that is the group I am talking about here. I'm not
That's
talking.
not what
Well,
we're talking about,
That is
though.
what I'm talking about, though. And
See,
the-
Of course
Okay,
we're not gonna
well,
have to worry about money.
Point
Okay.
is
That's what I'm
that
saying.
you're
Okay,
arguing
well, let's nip
different
that in the
points.
butt right now.
And,
you
and,
guys-
Okay.
and especially the Jay-Z's and Beyonce's because they own their whole catalog.
Yeah.
Can I just okay?
Okay, okay,
but
okay.
no,
Let's
let me
everybody
talk here.
stop. Okay, say your thing.
What I was originally talking
Oh,
about was
man.
the big name people who have made a name for themselves who will never go into debt or anything like that, and you're saying like what I'm trying to say is they don't need the money that they currently have. Like that's like I'm not talking. Like,
I think Jay-Z actually does. He has a lot of businesses, and that's not cheap. And he also has a kid. So I
they
personally
still
think
lead.
that he does.
They have a
My
few,
main
don't
thing
they?
is they're still leading an
He's doing weed
exorbitant
now.
lifestyle. Like if they had a I don't know a 3-bedroom regular house, not somewhere like
Yeah.
Hollywood Hills or anything, in a regular neighborhood. No, they do not need all the money that they have. They
but that's
lead a
their
regular
life.
lifestyle.
That's their
Exactly.
money. Like-
they chose to lead that life, so no, like it's still funding an over exorbitant lifestyle that you don't need because you choose to lead that life. If these people were living in a regular like home that an average $80,000 like $100,000 family could live, then no, they don't need to work ever in their life. That's what I'm saying.
But that's their money. They can choose to spend it however they want to.
I know, but I'm saying they don't like. Okay.
Of course, they don't need that.
Yes, they don't need that, which is what I'm saying. That
But
is what is
Jay-Z
adding to the
but-
like the poverty in the world.
But like Jay-Z, like he used to live on the street selling crack.
Yeah.
So like I can see why
still
he'd be
don't
like,
I mean,
hey,
that
hey,
much
look at me, I
money.
pull up
I
in
mean,
the
like,
Rolls
that's-
with
that's-
Beyonce with a chain
No,
that's
I
going
don't
down
care.
there.
You still don't need that much money just because you were.
Oh, of course it is needed.
Exactly. What I'm saying is that these people do not need this much money, and you're defending them.
But
saying, like, "Oh, no, they need
he
to fund-"
also gives back to the community.
Yes, they all
'Cause he's
give
the
back.
greatest
They
ever.
all give back to the community. That doesn't mean they need millions of dollars. That they can spend 50 grand on a purse and not worry about it. Like that's the people that I'm saying here, and you're saying like, oh no, they need this money. Or else
See,
they're
the
gonna
point
go
is you're
under.
both arguing different arguments right now. And it's just going in a circle.
I
And it's
I
getting
know
bad.
a point she.
Well,
Yeah.
well, no,
talking
he's
about.
talking about like Jay-Z and shit like
Okay,
that.
now
so-
it is.
'cause
But
he's like-
originally it was a circle.
Originally,
Yeah, because
we were
I-
talking about
circle.
different things.
I don't know what was
Yeah.
going on.
Like originally, I was talking about like the big name people that you were like to me defending for some reason.
No, I know, and that's why
Because they're
that's
humans.
why we got everybody to shut the fuck up, and we got one person to talk, and that's how we figured out we're talking about two different things.
But like for me, I can see the plight of an artist because I am an artist, so I know like what can go through their head. So like, I see that they're human. Like yeah, it's flawed that a Jay-Z wants a huge house, but like he worked for
that's
that.
exactly
He worked
exactly
for
what I
that.
think.
He
Like
struggled.
he had
like,
to work really
his-
hard for it.
His third album, he got to a record label. His third album, he almost failed and went back.
And he's one of the lucky ones because there are guys and girls out there
Yeah, man.
that do tons of albums. They could release like 6, 7, 8 albums. Nothing will happen. They'll just continue to do local shows.
And that happened.
I know this
to-
all too
to
well being in the
Jay-Z.
metal community.
Yes, I know.
And that happened to Hove. Like His first tour, he got fucked and out of a lot of money, and he went back to just doing what he did, and he's like, I don't want music anymore. So he almost failed twice.
Yep.
So he can do whatever he wants.
Yep.
He can buy a huge hill.
The point is, just because you can do what you want doesn't mean you should do what you want, because that does not do.
See, that applies to like everyday life too.
That applies to
We
me.
choose to live in this place. We don't have to.
I can live
But
out
I
in the
don't-
forest.
You
He
think
could
I
be a
want?
tree.
You think I want to
Yes,
spend?
but, I mean, I'm saying that those kind of people do not struggle with money.
You think
like
I want to
everyday
spend
people does.
$1,700 a month here? No, I'd rather spend $900 a month somewhere in like
You're not
Aldergrove
getting
or
my
something.
point here. It's-
No.
it's-
I see what you're saying.
Yes.
But like I don't have to live in my house. Like I could build homes for the homeless. But like
No, but you want to live comfortably, and these people
Yeah.
live more than comfortably. That is what I am saying. They do not need the lifestyle that they have.
but it's
They
theirs.
don't, but
No, it is theirs. That's true,
And
but
they
it's
struggle
still
to
more
Exactly.
extravagant than they need.
they don't have
Ow.
to. But the people that you're listing off, they went through their struggle.
Like
and
Eminem.
Exactly,
He
Eminem,
almost died
Jay-Z,
from being an artist. He almost died from
yeah.
being an artist.
even Katy Perry. Like they all worked
I know about
really
Katy Perry.
hard. No, she did. I saw the story.
I
They
know
all
about Katy
worked.
Perry.
They all worked hard to get where they are. So like the fact that they have the giant mansion in the hills and they have 2, 3, 4 plus cars and they're traveling all over the place. It's like they feel like they've earned that.
And I feel like in this day and age,
Regardless
to be
whether they
that
earned it,
artist,
does not mean they need
you
it.
have to kind of do that because social media, it's an image. Like you're
That's
portraying
the
this image.
Yeah, that's like the
Because if Jay-Z comes down in a fucking Honda Civic, like I feel like I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And actually, I do know an artist that was of that Adele ilk.
Mhm.
His name is J. Cole. He had a huge house.
Oh, I know J. Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm not happy. This is not happiness for me. So he sold everything. He sold his chains. He moved to like a suburbs apartment, and he had a basic car, and that's what he drives. So there are some people like that.
I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna agree with you guys right now.
Okay,
I don't.
that's fine.
That's
Like, just
and that's
no one-
and that's fine.
I'm just gonna
That's
say,
fine,
yeah,
you don't have to agree with us.
no one needs
So glad that
like
I'm not the only
a mansion with 6 bedrooms and like 3 bathrooms for family.
No,
like,
I get.
3
Oh,
or
no one's
something.
saying that.
We all get that.
Yes,
we understand.
that's what I'm saying. Regardless of where you came from, regardless if you came from like the slums and you were an orphan or whatever, if you get to a certain stage in life, you still do not need that money. I'm not going
Yeah.
to defend people who are at that stage because that is not needed.
Okay, but I'm just gonna close this with one
Yeah,
statement.
because it's just now.
Like-
Now it's a circle.
Yeah.
They
circle.
they don't need that, but also I didn't need Incredibles 2, but I got it anyways. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this episode.
Sorry, we didn't get to the things you wanted to talk. Do you?
I
Do
mean,
you want
we-
to quickly plug?
Let's
No.
No.
we could extend it and she can talk about her fever dream. We could extend the
She's got a
podcast.
lot of odd things written down in that
fever
tablet
dream,
there.
fever dream, fever dream. We could extend the podcast.
Fine. You want to extend the podcast. You're going to put poor boobs through that.
Is Boobs okay with it?
Well, I mean, to be fair,
I've been wanting to extend the podcast for a really long time.
The next episode is probably going to be a long one.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What's next week? What's
Yeah,
next
next week.
What's next week? I'm worried
Your
already.
birthdays.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah,
That's
the
true.
special the special
Gunshot,
episode.
gunshot.
Be sure to tune in for that episode. It's going to be a banger.
So do you want me to do this or not?
Yes.
You want to know what's... I know Trevor wants to know what's up with the funky notes.
Yes, yes. At least like
The top one right there.
yeah,
It's very concerning.
yeah, a little bit, because it doesn't make sense right now.
None of this makes sense.
No, I know, but like especially if all of those are connected.
All of those are connected.
Yeah, see that doesn't make sense of all three.
So the one he's reading that are connected, I just write bullet form notes because I'm not gonna write 7 paragraphs of something I'm gonna talk about for 5 minutes
Jason.
I
and
wanna
not
cut
show
in,
anyone.
I want to cut in for like 5 seconds.
Are you sure it's gonna be 5 seconds?
I don't know if you have it, but I found out about this feature on my notes where like you can have like a box beside it instead of a bullet, and if you tap it, it will cross it out to show that you talked to us.
Those are called checklists.
I did it on my notes, and I'm gonna got some topics carry overs.
Those are checklists.
Oh yeah,
They're quite useful.
oh yeah.
Okay.
So what I wrote, and Trevor's concerned about it, just says fever dreams, blueberries, genetics, and murder.
Yeah.
there's a reason he's concerned. So I was sick for the past 2 weeks. It was disgusting. And I got a fever. Now, fever dreams are a thing that essentially you start hallucinating and dreaming really vividly when you get very sick and have a fever.
It's like being high.
It is essentially being high. And there are these three of these things stuck with me, and I'm like, there's no fucking way these are real. There's no real. The first one was blueberries. I kept waking, because I have dogs, and if I don't lie with them in the living room when no one's home, they'll eat my walls. I have so many holes in my walls because of this. They're dumb.
You should just train them.
Go talk to my mother. She keeps untraining them. It sucks.
Should get
ass.
one of those dog trainers, like the ones
Like
on
Caesar?
Oh yeah, Caesar.
My God.
You know he trained a dog to not eat a pig, and then the dog ate a pig the next week, right?
Wait, are you telling me that reality TV shows are fake?
You mean you're telling me Caesar Milan isn't an actual dog trainer?
No, he's not.
And he just
actually.
happens
I
to be a sexy man on a camera?
Yeah, he is.
Wow.
That's about it.
I used to watch that when I was little.
But yes.
So I
I
kept
just
waking.
know from that South Park episode.
God, I kept waking up with handfuls of blueberries on my stomach when I was on the couch, and I would pick them up and I would put them either in my lizard cage because my lizard loves blueberries, or in the fridge, and my brain just kept writing it off as imaginary blueberries. So it turns out those were real. My uncle kept coming down the stairs with handfuls of blueberries, not in a dish or anything or in a little bag. No, handfuls of fucking blueberries. I don't eat blueberries. And he would see me asleep on the couch, and he would just plop them on my chest and walk away.
I thought that was gonna be totally different. I thought it was gonna be cat shit.
No, they were really blueberries. They were real blueberries. I thought these were fake dream blueberries, but they were real. Because the only way I found out after my lovely fever state and I was completely conscious, so I opened my fridge. So many blueberries in my fridge. So many blueberries, and I was just... And then I walked up and I'm like, were you bringing me blue? Yeah, he's like, I brought you blueberries every day. I'm like,
You lovely angel.
I don't eat blueberries, uncle, but I love you.
Should eat blueberries. They're really good for you.
So we'll go to the next one that was real,
Antioxidants.
which is murder. So I had the news on to keep me alive somewhat. And
Why are you listening to the news?
because I got as far as turning on the TV before I passed out on the couch, and that was what
That
was
is
on
cancerous.
the TV.
The
Fair
news
enough.
is cancerous.
So
I hate the news.
I had
Pretty
this
true, but-
dream I thought was a dream. It turns out it was real. That people in the north were being murdered in the woods, and these two teenagers were the
Oh,
suspected
yes.
murderers,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they made
yeah.
it to like Saskatchewan in a stolen car.
I think they're still
There's
going.
like nothing up there. So.
The car I found the report.
I thought you said you found the car. I was like, oh, wow,
No,
Batman over
yeah,
here.
Batman. They found the car that had been stolen burned out the side of the road on Monday,
Yeah.
and they're now suspected just in the area. I thought this was fake.
Oh yeah, no, they're still going.
They're still going. They haven't been caught yet.
Okay, and they
Still going.
And
They're
they,
still
they,
going.
they started at like the northern tip of BC,
And they made it to
and
Saskatchewan.
they made it to
Well,
Saskatchewan.
there's nothing in Saskatchewan.
For
to go
people
off.
who don't know, in Canada, the provinces are fucking big.
I think you can fit
Are
like
they?
half of Europe.
No, you can fit all of Europe into the Canada.
It takes
I was talking about one
Really?
province.
Oh,
it takes a day to get from here to Alberta. That's just like the
That's
border.
just
That's
straight
just the
drive.
border.
If you want to sleep, it takes 2 days.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
want to
if
sleep.
if you're running off
psychopath
like
like
15
Trevor.
Red Bulls and 10 5-hour
Yeah.
energies,
Red Bulls are disgusting.
They're pretty gross.
then yeah, it like a full 24 hours you might get to the border.
Okay, yeah, so after these two attempts of, oh shit, these things were real, I spent 3 hours looking for the next thing to make sure it wasn't, because it's the most concerning of the three. So,
Question. Can I predict what this might be?
okay, it's called, the bullet point says genetics, go for it.
Is this a couple that was pulled over with a rattlesnake uranium?
Oh my god, no.
No, I watched the podcast, it was not that.
Jesus.
Predictions for genetics and what my crazy fever dream was, that I spent 3 hours to make sure it wasn't real.
You were trying to crossbreed a lizard and a snake.
It's close.
Oh my god. Is breeding involved at any
It was
point?
breeding
Trevor.
is involved. That's where he's close, the breeding.
Trevor.
Oh, balls. Okay, but that's as far as I'm gonna go comfortably.
It's gonna get real uncomfortable in a minute.
I like it. Never.
Perfect.
So I had There's a reason, because the murders were so accurate to my dream. I thought this genetic thing was real. That there was a cult in the boonies of BC, like in the Hope area, that have successfully genetically bred a human cat.
Oh my god. Is this
Oh, like
What?
the cat movie.
Yeah, like
Ah.
I spent 3 hours to make sure this was not real.
Is
and
it
it like
really?
it was a furry cult.
Oh.
And like that was a thing, and I spent 3 hours making sure it was not, because the other two things happened, and I'm like, no.
Wait,
No,
so that was
no,
fake.
That was the fake one. I was very happy. If it was, it's been completely deleted from the news already, and I couldn't find it again.
Well,
I like how
well that
It was
goes back
very concerned.
to Datagate.
Datagate.
I like
Yeah, they're
how
gonna start doing
your
that.
fever dreams basically gave you the game of like it's two truths and a lie.
Yeah, it's
Figure out which one.
it's like that game, the Jack in the Box game.
Yeah.
I was very concerned at that point.
Jackbox.
Well, there were other fever dreams, but those are the three that like
That stuck out.
really. You have a point. They really stuck out. Murder, blueberries, and genetically
yeah.
breeding a human cat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So those are my fever dreams.
Or humans.
Humans.
I just thought of a great idea. Can you guys remind me after the podcast?
I'm concerned. But yeah, that was the terrible fever dreams.
That is really funny though.
Alrighty.
There-
Like
there's
I'm
this-
very glad I stopped you.
So glad, aren't
How,
you?
how far
That's
past?
great.
time
But yeah,
are
no,
10
we should
Yeah.
stop it now.
Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for joining us
Yes.
on this episode. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that biggity bell. That was a nice little flow right there I got into. We got all our
Share
links
with
down
your
below.
friends.
We got all our links down below. We got Trevor's. We got our YouTube page.
I don't have an individual thing. I'm not cool.
Well, if you would get an Instagram, I would promote
No, it's effort.
it. You should get an
It
Instagram.
would just be filled with pictures of like animals.
And that's a
well,
problem. Why?
True.
yeah, like there's a huge cat, Pokemon, and cosplay community
That is true.
on
I've
That is
been
very
asked
true.
to cosplay photos many times, and I just
you
feel
should. You
I would
should
feel
boobs
very
with you.
objectified. I know how sexy all of my costumes are.
Yeah, but there's like a respectful way you can do it. Like not all cosplay is. "Oof, look at my body.
No cosplay is consent. And if you try to make it so, I will slap you or smash you with my 7-foot
what?
stick.
Why did she always go to like an aggressive state? Like I didn't understand what she was trying to say.
The same reason why you hate everything.
I'm permanently aggressive, and you hate everything. That's how this works.
Okay, I don't hate everything.
And
I was just
boobs is
big
from
enough to-
every single coastline in America.
Yo.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's
Anyways,
currently
we gotta end this.
California
Thanks for
boobs.
tuning in.
Oh wait!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Don't forget to hit the Fatherless Steeds link.
Yes.
do that.
They're good stuff.
Yeah.
Check it out.
And
Check
follow
out the
my
toothbrushes.
SoundCloud. And follow my SoundCloud. I got new music coming out soon. Brat. Peace out.
Mwah.
Bye.